Good Monday makers. Welcome back to another episode of Maker Pipe Monday. I hope you're having a great Monday. Let's take a look at some of the creative builds from the community, all made out of EMT conduit. First one we've got is by B. Young. He's posted a few builds and he's got this wonderful camp that he's creating. There's the gazebo that we're talking about today. And you can see it's pretty unique. He's got a gazebo tarp or covering that he made Maker Pipe structure to. And you can take a look. There's the structure. We'll take a look at it in detail. And he's created a whole camp. He did a restroom, shower. He's done his canopy here as well. So he's really used a lot of maker pipe, and he's getting looks like pretty good at it. But the main thing with these canopies are the verticals and making those strong. So he did a couple things here. He made this corner where he's got a double vertical. That's a smart move. Then he kind of made it a truss by connecting it there and then bracing it at 45. So this thing is really sturdy. It looks like it'll do the trick. And then he tackled the top, and you can see the top has, it's a little bit different. It's not just I don't even know what shape that would be with four sides to it, but there's also this ventilated top right there. So he had to figure that out, which looks like he did pretty well. And you can see the detail here. He even made his own connector, which is really cool. So all of the pipes are coming together at the top. It looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different pipes coming together in one right here in this connector. And then he's got T's that are matched that go up and support the ventilation part of the canvas tent. So that's really a neat thing. And he's got 2 mounting points at each, one right here and one right here for every one of those. And then it looks like he's got middle supports, and then these are the ones going to the corners, these 4 pipes. I mean, look at all the marks I'm already making. So let's clear that out. Let's and get to the really good stuff. The cool thing is this connector that he made, and we get a lot of requests for this. A connector where a lot of pipes come together, most notably with geodesic domes. But here he's using it in his canopy. And I'm not sure what's going on here. Be Young, you'll have to tell us, but it looks like these pipes maybe are bent and then squished. And then he's got a really big washer or something like that he bolted them all to. Definitely unique, definitely a cool solution. And he's really coming to, I mean, the camp that he's creating is coming together. Check out some of his other builds in the community. They're really cool. He says he decided to build the gazebo. He went through the process and finally had a strong gazebo that would stand up against the wind. And he said, I'm proud of myself. What a deed I did. And thanks to Maker Pipe. So no, thank you to you, Be Young. Appreciate it. The next build we have is by Mark, and another wild build. We've got so many cool and creative engineering builds to share this week. Definitely watch through the end because I think these are great. But look at what Mark created. He made a pop-up camper out of Maker Pipe and some other things. So he's got that's elevated above the ground. It looks like he's engineered this himself and then covered it with a whole tarp. I just love the detail in this and what he created. We got this picture of the frame and then this one, but I'll walk you through this picture because I think it describes it the best. So it looks like Mark started with this structure in the middle that had, some crank up and some pulleys, but he wanted to, I guess, extend that out. I think if I'm understanding correctly, that's kind of what he's doing because you can see that the got hinges here and cables that raise this up, but then inevitably you want more room if you can, and that's where the maker pipe comes in, is to increase the size of this. So he's got these awnings that go out to the side. I'm not sure if that's the right term for them, but you can see those in the end picture. Got these extensions here that are going out the side for ventilation and more room. And yeah, there's a picture of that after it's been put up, the extra room that he gained by using maker pipe. So the way he did that, I think is really cool. He's got some flanges that attach to the bottom. I'm not sure which method he used, but he's got some flanges that attach EMT conduit. He used some of our 45s to make these angled braces that go out to the side. Then this structure is where he created the wall. So off of the flanges, he's got some T connectors here, 1, 2, 3, 4 T connectors that create that wall, maybe with a window right here. And then this top section provides kind of the shade and protection against the elements. So that's what he created with MakerPipe. Really great thing. I think it's super cool. And I hope it fits, your use a little bit better, Mark. And I'm glad you could customize what you wanted to do with it with MakerPipe. Thanks so much for posting that. Here's one by Ed, and Ed has some staghorn ferns that he needed some shade for direct sun. So real simple use, a MakerPipe. He attached a piece of flexible pipe to his railing and then stretched some shade cloth out over the plant. So you just use one T connector. This is flexible plastic pipe. This is the existing railing, and it was a good solution for him. He got the job done, and you can see there's a picture of the shade cloth with the flexible pipe, and it's all right there, hopefully helping your plant do good. Thanks for posting that. Here's one by Michael, and this one's wild. This is a 6-wheel ATV that's called a Max 2. And you can see it there. And the whole goal of this is to create an enclosure for the Max 2. Michael posted, thanks so much for posting this. He says, parts and accessories are difficult to find. So he built the frame, designed a vinyl cover and windshield, and then attached it himself to protect him against the weather. And he said, I could have done it without MakerPipe. Awesome product. Thanks so much, Michael. Awesome build. And even got the community going. Randy says he loves it and went down the Max 2 rabbit hole, I guess, on YouTube. And then Axel said that he was impressed and now was getting ads on Facebook for the Max 2 products. But really simple frame that he created. There's just a few mounting points. It looked like the T connector grabbed onto that existing rack that he had on there, and then also the front as well. So from that point, just a few bends and a few horizontal pipes there, and the framework looked like it was pretty easy. There's a picture of the vinyl windshield and surround. Love that. That's cool. And there's a couple detailed shots of the connectors around the bend. And it looks like I see a third vertical there to support the tarp. Really neat vehicle. I'd never heard of a Max 2 before. It looks like a lot of fun. And thanks for including us on it, Michael. Appreciate that. This next build by Rance is pretty impressive, as if any of these aren't. But look at this yard sprayer that Rance made out of EMT conduit and our fittings, silver fittings, actually. And what he's got this whole sprayer bar with all the pipe and hookup right to a tank and pump, and he's got this existing cart as well. So he modified the existing cart and then built around it to put the sprayer bar on. And he included a video here. I just think it's fantastic, wonderful, really neat build. There he goes. You can see it works wonderfully and turns a garden wheelbarrow or cart into a yard sprayer. I mean, what an ingenious thing. If you had to go and buy that, I can't imagine what it would cost, but I know Rance saved a lot of money by doing that. So we appreciate you showing that, Rance. I have a feeling people are going to get a real kick out of that and a lot of use following your build. Here's one by Roger, is the DIY guy. And what a wild thing. He lives on the lake. He needs to launch his various boats. He's got all kinds of recumbent and different kind of watercraft, and he needs a way to launch his boats into the water without a dock. So he came up with this contraption, which basically props it up, angles. He's got a winch on here or a come along, and then he's able to lower and raise the boats in a controlled manner into the lake, get them out. There's a couple detailed pictures. We'll go back. But he's got stand-up paddle boards with all kinds of seats and stuff. He covered it with foam, and there's some summer pictures. Looks cool. There's all kinds of different things. I think we've heard from Reese before. He's got a collection of really cool different watercraft. There's a great one. Look at that. Wow. And some pictures. But let's take a look. It looks like there's a few different versions here. Here's one with spoke wheels. And then you can see this one here is a little bit more fat tired. Oh, okay. I'm seeing now. We've got actually a couple different builds here. It looks like there's some square tube framework here with some different wheels, and then there's a MakerPipe frame that goes on top. So that's one build. And then here's another one with the wire wheels, all MakerPipe. There's a couple of good photos. I want to find one where we can kind of take a look at how did okay, this is a good one. So that's up position, and then that's to launch the boat. So he uses these pipes right here. Where are they? Right here. This whole section pivots down and then tilts the whole frame back up. So that's cool. And then you've got a lot of pipes running this way to support the boat. Another section is this one here where it's where the winch is or come along, and that's supported by that angle. Cool. And then let's zoom into the wheel here. He used a method like I've seen quite a bit where it used a 90-degree and then an axle running all the way through, and those are supported by 45s running onto there. And then also another support right here to support from the boat and the axle. So I think that's a good design. I like that, but a lot that went into that. But boy, solving a problem like that, so you can use your watercraft and make it easy to get in and out of the lake, because that is looks like a precarious situation. I've taken a swim or two trying to get out of a boat on the shore like that and get it out. So that is a great invention, I'll call that. And I think we've had a bunch of them. If you like seeing these builds, if you want to see some more just like this, definitely consider subscribing. We do this every week and we'd love to have you. Take care, everybody.